Let's discover the new Montblanc Masters of Art Homage to Gustav Klimt. Hey Goodfellas, I'm Naldi and we are at Style of Zug. The first ever Masters of Art was last year's homage to Vincent van Gogh, and now we're ready to unveil and present the 2024 Masters of Art homage to Gustav Klimt. And I'm going to present you both the 4810 and the 888. But before we speak about these wonderful limited editions, let's first understand who Gustav Klimt was and what makes him a relevant artist. These information are very important because they also serve you to understand the beauty of these writing instruments. Gustav Klimt is a name that is synonymous with opulence and innovation in art. He was born in 1862 in Vienna and became one of the most prominent figures of the Art Nouveau movement, famed for his richly decorative style and bold use of colors and gold. Klimt's art is instantly recognizable. Think of The Kiss, where gold leaf backgrounds and intricate details not only captivate the viewer, but also evoke deep emotion and passion. This masterpiece, like many of his works, reflects Klimt's fascination with beauty, intimacy, and the complexities of human relationships. But what sets Klimt apart? It's his daring approach and his ability to infuse modern sensuality into traditional art. At a time where art was bound by conventional norms, Klimt really pushed boundaries with his symbolic and erotic elements, which often stirred controversy but also paved the way for modern artistic freedom. Beyond his famed golden phase, Klimt's work includes landscapes, portraits, and allegorical paintings, each marked by a personal signature of elaborate detail and vibrant color palette. His influence extends beyond his paintings, inspiring fashion, photography, and graphic designs even today. So as we celebrate Gustav Klimt through the Montblanc Masters of Art, we're also reminded of his unending quest to blend the visual and the emotional, creating not just images, but experiences that resonate through time. Klimt's legacy teaches us that art is not just seen, it is felt, and its impact lingers long after the artist's final stroke. And now let's start unveiling these two wonderful editions made by Montblanc. And we start with this wonderful 4810. What we have in front of us here is a blue golden writing instrument with lacquered and hammered elements and with a large clip. But let's delve deeper into the meaning of what we're seeing. The 4810 celebrates the artistic beginnings of Klimt in the Vienna Secession and highlights elements from his masterpieces, Pallas Athene and The Kiss in its design. On a little side note, what was the Vienna Secession? The Vienna Secession was an art movement formed in 1897 by a group of Austrian artists who had resigned from the Association of Austrian Artists. And this movement was actually led by Gustav Klimt, among others. And what did the secessionists sought after? It was artistic freedom from these traditional constraints of the art world in Vienna, and they were promoting innovation and the experimentation of their works. They embraced a philosophy that art should be accessible to everyone and should permeate every aspect of life. And the movement is best symbolized probably with the Secession building that was designed by Joseph Maria Olbrich. This iconic structure with its golden dome and the phrase "Der Zeit ihre Kunst und der Kunst ihre Freiheit," to every age its art and to art its freedom, prominently displayed. So the Secession building was also a huge inspiration for this model. Let's describe now this wonderful writing instrument. One of his first paintings to place value on the ornaments and the sitter was a portrait from 1902 of his partner and muse Emily Flög, depicted in a dreamy, almost mystical blue. This artwork provided the blue tone used on this Montblanc Masters of Art homage to Gustav Klimt 4810. Then the circles, swirls, triangles and lines that are shimmering through the translucent dark blue lacquer of the writing instrument come from his famous painting The Kiss, in which two lovers seem to dissolve into ornamental geometric forms through the power of emotion. Then we have the hammered cap and the barrel elements of the writing instrument that make effective use of these two complementary colors in reference to the works of Gustav Klimt's golden phase, including the Adele Bloch-Bauer one and the Stocklet frieze and the kiss. Then we have Klimt's secession monogram here, that is a gold-colored tampon point of his initials, GK, that refers to his achievements for the Vienna secession, and therefore it's a symbol of freedom and courage to make a change, and I love that. And then we have this quite long yellow gold hammered cone that is then set with a synthetic green spinel. That is a color that evokes spring, the season of new beginnings. The clip of these Homage 4810 is specially designed with reference to Gustav Klimt's Pala Satin. You can see these three spirals on the yellow gold coated clip, and then we have these slightly curved lines ending the clip, and it really corresponds to the decoration of the forged metal frame that can be found in the secession building. Then we also discover the finely engraved and embossed yellow gold nib with an owl, which symbolizes knowledge, wisdom, insights, and was considered the faithful companion animal of the Greek goddess Athena. This engraving is a reference to Gustav Klimt's painting of Pallas Athena and the secession building, whose side facades are decorated with oil sculptures. It is a beautiful limited edition of 4,810 fountain pens in the world, and it runs for 3,415 Swiss francs. It's also available as a rollerball. And we're ready to discover now the beautiful 888. And if you liked this video so far, make sure to leave a like, and why don't you consider subscribing to the channel? There is so much exciting content that is coming up in the next days, weeks, months and years, and I can't wait to count you as one of our community. Thank you so much and welcome to this amazing community of Goodfellas. Now about the wonderful Gustav Klimt 888. This edition here, next to celebrating the Vienna session, it also features design highlight from his Beethoven frieze, the large format masterpiece of his golden phase that he created for the secession building. The relief-like solid overlay on the platinum coated cap with the spirals and the vertical lines symbolize of the strings of a lyre and refers to the golden ornamentation of the Beethoven frieze, and as well as the lyre playing figure of poetry whose sounds are said to quench humanity's longing for happiness. This writing instrument is a poetry by itself. Then we have these two-dimensional lines inspired by the facet reliefs of the secession building shine against the matte background of the platinum coated cap and barrel, and the combination of solid yellow gold and then platinum coated elements on the cap and barrel echo the experimental and luxurious materials that were typical of Gustav Klimt. The interplay is then enriched by a malachite cabochon in the cone. The green color of malachite evokes spring. Again, it's the season of new beginnings. And similar to the 4810, in recognition to Klimt's achievements for the Vienna secession, this time the monogram with the initials GK are in solid 18-karat yellow gold. The clip is mainly different in terms of materialization color, since it features a two-tone approach with the spirals being in gold and the curved lines in platinum coating. The Montblanc emblem on the top is in mother of pearl. And then obviously we have the wonderful 18-karat gold nib, which is adorned with graphic elements that form the typical geometric language seen in many of Gustav Klimt's work. You see, we have two Gustav Klimt, one 4810, one 888, but they both kind of symbolize the same kind of philosophy and meaning while still being totally different. The 888 is a fountain pen that runs for 9,300 Swiss francs, and now I can't wait to hear from you what you think about this year's Masters of Art. Let me know down in the comment. I can't wait to read from you, and I can't wait to answer to all of your comments. Make sure to stay tuned for more content that is coming up, and also don't forget that together we are changing the game.